What's up, guys? It's the Team JB coming at you with a Pure Karakuri Deck Profile for the new format, July 2014. The Banlist just came out, and now that Lightsworns have seen an extreme rise in play, this deck is super amazing just because of how explosive it is, and now that back rows have seen a decline in play, this deck just thrives off of that, and this deck has amazing side deck options, and it's just, again, super explosive. So this deck is a real sweeper deck of the next format, and yeah, without further ado, let's get into the profile. So to start off the deck, we've got 3 Karakuri Komachi. She's your main tuner. Whenever she's summoned, you can normal summon again another Karakuri. So her effect is pretty relevant. Next we have 3 Karakuri Strategist. Whenever he's summoned, you could change the battle position of any monster. This card's really amazing with Burrito because you can get like a lot of draws, because this deck spams Burrito so easily. So he's really good for you, so you can dig it deeper into your deck and get to your combo pieces. 3 Genex ally remotes. This card is a target for a card you'll see later in the video, and he's a level 3 tuner. So yeah, that's why you run him. Next we have 3 Solar Windjammer. This is a level 5. Whenever you control no monsters, you can special summon him. So this card just serves as another instant fusion essentially for this deck. So you're basically running 6 instant fusions. Next we have 2 Karakuri Nanashick. What this card does is whenever he's normal summon, you draw a card for every defense position Karakuri. That effect is sometimes relevant, but the main reason you run this card is because it's a level 5 Karakuri, which you can special summon off of the synchros. So he allows you to spam Burrito very effectively. And then lastly we have 1 Nisamu. This is your searcher whenever he's destroyed by battle, special summon a Karakuri. He's really good because sometimes you could set him, people will think it's a hand. And yeah, he's just good for stalling, and you have a pretty low monster count, so he's just a good filler. And yeah, that's it for the monsters. I believe it's 15 monsters. Now onto the spells. This is where the deck gets a lot of its power. First we have 3 Machine Duplication. Target a machine with 500 or less attack. Special summon as many you can from the deck. You have 3 targets. You have, let's see, you have your Komachi, your Strategist, and your Genex ally remotes. So you're almost always going to have a target in your hand. That's 9 cards out of your deck, out of 40 card deck, and you're running 3 Upstarts, so it's just so amazing. Next we have 3 instant fusion. Well, what you usually special summon off of this is Cybersaurus. He's a level 5, so he allows you to access into Burrito. So instant fusion is really amazing. Next we have the 3 Upstart Goblins. Just consistency is really important. You want to have your combo pieces every game, so Upstart's really essential in this deck. Next we have 2 De-Synchro. I had to sacrifice the 3rd to make room for the 3 Upstarts, but nevertheless this card's really amazing because he allows you to continue your combos. You could De-Synchro back into a Karakuri Synchro, and then you could just keep going off from there. So De-Synchro is really amazing. Also, he's really good for getting into your toolbox rank 8s, or level 8s, so he's really good. Next we have the Lone Soul Charge. More than one clogs your hand. This deck draws super fast because of Burritos, so you're almost always going to see the 1 Soul Charge if you draw optimally. So Soul Charge is really great one of, and yeah, we all know how broken Soul Charge can be. And then lastly we have 1 Book of Moon. This card is probably the best spell in the game in my opinion. I really like this card. Just so good, dodging effect negation. So yeah, that's it for the spell lineup. Now onto the traps. To start off, we've got 3 Fiendish Chain. Just really good for obviously negating effects, and also this deck sometimes it does brick, and you just need that attack negation so you can just wait until you draw your combo pieces. So 3 Fiendish Chain is really amazing in this deck. Next we have 3 traps done. For those decks that actually do run traps, since a lot of decks are cutting traps like Lightsworns, so yeah, this card is really good versus like Hat, Yugioh. I'm not sure if you'll see play next format, but yeah. But I will have a profile, just sneak peek into the next video. Next we have 2 Black Run of Heaven, and 1 Traptrix Trapo Nightmare. This card's seen a decline in play because Yugioh. Well, I mean, this is for the new format, so Yugioh is going to be really hit, so this card is not that great anymore. And this card is pretty good because of Mermails. And yeah, it's just an overall really good card. Next for the one-ofs, we have 1D Prison. Really good versus hands, just banishing. This overall a great card. 1 Compulse. This card can sometimes be the difference between OTKing and not OTKing, because you can, like, you know, send back hands and just OTK. So this card is just really amazing in this deck. And lastly, we have 1 Botomless Trapo. No Torrential, no Solemn Warning. Torrential is really bad because you want to have field presence in this deck. And Solemn Warning, whenever you're going first, you're almost always going to win if you open the combo. So Solemn Warning really doesn't matter. And whenever you're going second, you don't want any dead cards. And Solemn Warning can be a dead card when you're going second. So this deck just cuts Solemn Warning to find space for other cards. So now on to the extra deck. First we have 3 Karakuri Burrito. This card is like the boss monster of the deck. You always go into this. I almost always go into 3 in a game if I get off my combo. So 3 is really amazing. 2 Beret. I was thinking about cutting it to 1. You rarely ever make 7s in this deck. The only time you ever make it is whenever you go Nisamu in a level 3. So if you wanted to find room for something else, you could cut a Beret. Next we have 1 Void Ogre Dragon. This is amazing because you can make it with the Genex ally remote since it's a dark monster. So yeah, it's pretty good there. Your opponent can't activate a spell or trap whenever you have no cards in your hand, so it's pretty good. 1 Scrap, 1 Stardust, and 1 Crimson Blader. This is my rank 8 toolbox, or level 8 toolbox engine. Crimson Blader just really good versus Lightsworn. Stardust really good versus Hat, and Stardust Dragon is really Scrap Dragon is really a versatile card, so you have to run these 3. Now on to the Exceeds. We have the 1 Zen Mains for stall whenever you don't draw the combo, but you do draw the Machine Dupe. 1 Mech Equip Engineer just to stall, and also this card's really amazing on your opponent's turn. You could detach while you have like a Burrito on the field, and you can still get the draw. So this card's really amazing in this deck just for the draws. Then now on to the rank 8s. You want 1 Heliopolis. This card's amazing since you can dead draw some tuners and some level 5, so this card's pretty good. And 1 number 15 Grinder. It's detach 1 to destroy a special summon monster, and if it's an Exceed, inflict damage equal to its attack. So it is more than once per turn. So this card's absolutely amazing. Like getting over established fields, this card is the card to go to. No Velgrand, I don't have one. Honestly, I'd probably drop the Heliopolis for Velgrand. But yeah, next and lastly, we have the 2 Cybersaurs for the Instant Fusion. You rarely ever draw the 3 Instant Fusion and use up all 3. Need the 3rd Cybersaur, so 2 is fine. I've tested for a really long time with this deck. You never go into the 3rd. Now on to the side deck. To start things off, we have 3 Maxis, Madolches, Mermails, Dragons, you name it. This card's there. Infernities. Next, we have 1 Zombie World. This card's really amazing versus Boujins, like Noble Knights, like the annoying decks. So yeah, I find room for 1 of those cards. Just that's really good against annoying decks. Next, we have a really interesting card. We have 1 Day of Peace. I saw this in Patrick Homan's Lightsworn Rulers, and this card is really amazing. I didn't realize how amazing this card is. First of all, in time, like this card can single-handedly win you a timed game whenever you're at like locals or something, or you're at regionals and you're taking a really long time. So 1 Day of Peace, really good side deck option. And I saw Patrick Homan and I just had to steal it. And it has also obvious other uses, you know, digging into the deck. But yeah, 1 Day of Peace is really good. Next we have 3 MSTs, you know, Boujins for Kaiser Coliseum. Mermails, you know, just you need 3 MSTs in main deck or side deck in my opinion, like in whatever deck you run. Next we have the Floodgates, 1 DeFi, 1 Soul Drain, 1 Macro. Not a single one of these cards hurt you. You usually side out the Soul Drain whenever you side these in. I mean the Soul Charge whenever you side these 3 in. Next we have another Floodgate, 3 Rivalry. This card's so amazing. Like whenever you're going against Evil Swarm, Dulce, Hat, even Lightsworn, this card's amazing. You could, like, let's say your opponent has a Lumina on the field. Like, literally, your opponent cannot summon anything else, and you could just mill them out with this card if they don't run MST. So, I side this in against almost everything. And that's the reason why this deck is so good. It has access to so many floodgates. And then lastly, in the side deck, we have One Dimensional Prison. The card's really good versus Hat. Just really good whenever your trap stones are irrelevant, etc. So yeah, you could side this in as a filler card. So yeah, that's it for the deck profile, guys. Hope you enjoyed. This deck's super fun. It gets a lot of combos. If you guys want to see a combo video, please leave a like. I had a combo video on our last channels. It went pretty popular. So leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more videos. And I should have a Yugioh deck profile up for the new format. And leave any suggestions in the comment section below. And yeah, guys, peace. Hope you enjoyed.